Before the Brian Clough era began in 1975, Nottingham Forest's only major honour in the club's history was the FA Cup in 1898 and again in the post-World War II era in 1959. In 75, Forest appointed Brian Clough as their new boss. Clough took a break from the game after his horrible 44th tenure as Leeds United manager came to an end in 1974. Clough reunited with his former Derby County assistant manager Peter Taylor to rebuild and form their great team in the club's history. In 1977, after a 5-year stint in the second division, Forest are back in the top flight of English football. Clough and Taylor form one of the best teams in their tenure, with Peter Shilton, John McGovern, John Robertson, Martin O'Neill, Viv Anderson, Larry Lloyd, Kenny Burns, Colin Barrett, Gary Birtles, Tony Woodcock and Archie Gamble to challenge the major honours, trophies in domestic and European football. In 1978, Forest won their first major silverware since 1959, winning the League Cup against Liverpool. At the time, they were the top dogs in England and Europe. Months later, Forest won their first and only league title in their history. In 1979, Forest signed Trevor Francis from Birmingham City, making him Britain's first £1 million player. The same year, Forest won the second League Cup, beating Southampton at Wembley. They reached the European Cup final, beating holders Liverpool in the first round. Their opponents in Munich was Swedish champions Malmo. They won the game 1-0 by a header by Trevor Francis, becoming the first Midlands club until Aston Villa in 1982 to win the trophy. They added the Euro Super Cup, beating the Cup Winners' Cup Barcelona in the final to add their Euro and League Cup success. It was a successful year for the club. In 1980, the start of the new decade, Forest lost the 1980 League Cup final to another Midlands club, Wolverhampton Wanderers, but they reached another European Cup final. This time was the German champions Hamburg in Madrid, with Kevin Keegan, who won the European Cup with Liverpool years earlier, is now playing for the German side. Forest won the game 1-0, John Robertson scoring the only goal in the game. Forest retained the trophy. After the 1980 European Cup win, the golden era came to an end. The team broken up too soon, including assistant manager Peter Taylor, who left the club in 1982, leaving Clough to succeed on his own is not meant to be. By the late 80s and the start of the 90s, Clough started to build his second great team with Stuart Pearce, Des Walker, a young Roy King, and his son Nigel Clough. The team start winning trophies again, winning the League Cup against Luton Town in 1989 and retaining the cup 1 year later against Oldham. It was the last trophy in the Brian Clough era. They haven't won the trophy ever since. In the next 2 years, they began the start of the near misses, losing the 1991 FA Cup final to Tottenham Hotspur, the only trophy that Clough never won as a player and manager. In 1992, Forest lost another League Cup final to Manchester United. That was Clough's final cup final as a manager. At this time, Clough's powers began to dwindle. Time and alcohol is taking the toll of once a great manager. In 1993, in the first form Premier League season, Nottingham Forest's 16-year stay in the top flight came to an end, losing away to Ipswich Town. Afterwards, Clough resigned and retired as manager, ending his 18-year tenure as Forest manager. The Clough era is over. In 2004, Brian Clough died at the age of 69. His legacy lasts forever, putting this finest club of the East Midlands on the map. Hero to the club and the city of Nottingham. Success in England and Europe. Thank you, Cloughie.